Star Wars Celebration 2022 Anaheim! Bing. Star Wars Celebration 2022 in Anaheim. Now I got the chance to go to Star Wars Celebration this year, and I would say it was so great to see. I got this cool Chewbacca shirt, you can see, which is very cool, this gold brown one, and I was so excited to go this time. And you know, it was the announcement of the Kenobi show and the 20 years anniversary of Attack of the Clones, which was just such a great experience. And the first day I also got to see my friend Ram, who we had a lot of fun with. Now we will run through all the time, I must say, but this time the celebration was a little bit smaller and less venues were there than the one in Chicago. I was the one in Chicago also, so I feel like this also the space it was a little bit smaller than the one in Chicago, I remember, but it was still a lot of fun. Me and my friend Ram were going through all the stands, looking at everything, looking at all the fun stuff we wanted to buy, but only bought few and stuff, because like when you go to Celebration, you better save up some money, because you want to buy almost everything in there. I mean, that is one case, like for $2,000, you can buy like the guns from Jango Fett. I was just like, oh, if I had the money, I would buy that in a heartbeat. Now, unfortunately, what makes me mad though, we did miss to see Hayden and Ewan on stage, you know, to see them talk about the Kenobi show, because me and Ram were outside already just relaxing, because we were running all day long. We were just relaxed, talking, and then later, when we walked out, an hour later, I looked at the hotel, I was like, fuck! We got to see Ewan and Aiden, so but like unfortunately didn't get to see it, but the first day was very great. It was a lot of fun, you know.
And I said, so I hear about the show Mandalorian, and my character's not dead. So how good of friends are we? He said it was already in the works, but I like to think that I had some sway, and so that was what, you know, came to fruition that in Chicago. However, I didn't believe anything was actually going to happen.
The second day was also a lot of great. Also got see my friend Lauren also there. We ran through a funny story. I remember we were texting like, where are you? And she's like, Palpatine, Ewan, stage, running. I was like, what? And she's like, because she was running, because at the celebration stage where they have, you know, all the celebrity guests come out, and then Ewan McDermott was there, and she just like ran and texted me. It's like, Ewan McDermott is at the stage. And I was like, oh shit. I was like, I tried to get there, but he was gone already. And it was so much fun already, really. The celebration was a lot of fun. There was so much love and atmosphere and so many great cosplays you get to see. I really feel like Star Wars Celebration is really the only time where fans don't argue and really get along. You feel nothing but the love for Star Wars from everybody around there. No matter what kind of Star Wars you like, legends, not legends, sequels, prequels, originals, cartoons, animated, like everybody's there to celebrate Star Wars, and you can really feel that, which I really love. Day 3 was also very cool. Now I did a photo up with Jango Fett, Commander Cody, Rex, and Boba Fett. I got a photo up with Tamura Morrison. I was just like, it's Tamura Morrison, yo! I was just like, because Attack of the Clones is my personal favorite Star Wars movie. I remember seeing it as a kid, and it changed my love for Star Wars forever. Like I was a big fan of Star Wars up to that point, but after seeing Attack of the Clones in cinemas as a kid, it changed my love for Star Wars completely, and got obsessed with it. So, and especially Jango Fett is my favorite bounty hunter of all time. So when I saw him, I was like, I got to get a photo up with him, which was very cool. And when I was in line, I was there, and I wanted to actually ask him to do a picture like a bantha, but I was so excited. I was just like, it's Django, it's the Morrison. So I just like then, I walked up to him, and it's like, I didn't know where to put my arm, and he was like, come on, give me a hug, give me a hug, give me a hug, and I just did like this, like in the photo, and then we took the picture quick. And then as soon as we took the picture and I did 1-2 steps and then turned around, and he looked at me and I said, Attack of the Clones is my favorite movie of all time. And then and then I walked by, and he looked at me and actually heard me say that. I was like, I had to tell him that I loved Attack of the Clones, because that movie got a lot of slack. I really love Attack of the Clones, so I'm really happy. Like when I walked out, I was like, Attack of the Clones is my favorite movie. So I was like, good. He said, good. And then I walked out. I was like, yes. I was super excited now. But there's actually a funny story, because actually I was supposed to have a photo up at 2 o'clock. But at 2 o'clock, that the panel for the 20th anniversary for Attack of the Clones. So they moved the photo up to 7 p.m. Now, because of the move to 7 p.m., I stayed there that long. And then when I walked out, I met my friends, Daniel and Izzy from the last celebration. Just randomly, I walked by. All of a sudden, I hear, hey, Martin. I was just like, oh, shit. And then I got to hang out with them the rest of the celebration, which was such a great surprise. If they didn't move the photo up schedule, I would have met them this year at celebration, but it was so great. I also met Alado. I met the straw hat guy, who was very nice. Talked to him for a few seconds. I met Carly Ray, who was very cool, a TikToker. Also Maria is also a great TikToker. She had this cool Clone Wars Obi-Wan Kenobi show costume on, and I just saw her Spitley. It was the last day for me. I had to leave the 4th day. I only got there for an hour. Just like the only time I got to see her, ask her for a picture. I also got to meet Ray Kennex at the celebration. She was super nice, super friendly, and talked to her for a bit. Like, I really love get to meet so many people you see on TikTok, and everybody was so nice and friendly, and it was just like so much fun. And of course, when I was there, I bought a couple stuff. Of course, it was just so great. Now the first thing I got is really nostalgic for me, is this Attack of the Clones Yoda figure, which I had as a child. I actually still do have, but just the Yoda figure, that's all I have left. Everything else is gone. So, but as soon as I saw it, I was like, how much was that? $10. I was like, yeah, I'm buying this. So I got this for sure. I had to, because it's there's so many Attack of the Clones figures. I wanted to buy more, but this one is really special to me, because this is the first one I bought. And then of course I bought this Darth Maul figure, which I wanted to have for a very long time. But to have this Darth Maul figure is very cool. I was so happy I got this one. And also I was looking for the Super Commando Clone Trooper from Clone Wars. The Clone Trooper that has the Darth Maul design. I couldn't find that nowhere, and I was asking nobody has that? I was like, yeah, it's not out yet basically. But I also saw a Jango Fett figure, which I was so close to buying, but it was a little too expensive, I feel like. But other than this, I got one of my favorite Jedis, Kit Fisto, as some favorite smiling Jedi. It's this is one of my favorite Jedis. It's also a dude who does amazing cosplay as Kit Fisto, which I did a picture with. But I was happy I had to get Kit Fisto, of course. And then of course I got Ahsoka from The Mandalorian, played by Rosario Dawson, which is this is a very great figure, very great figure. There were so many cool new great figures, which they also show. Also the Black Cassandrian figure was way better in live action than it actually looked online, because online it looked really bad. And of course I got our favorite clone, Commander Cody. I've been wanting to get him for the longest time, and then I finally saw him there for a good price. You coming home with me. It's I'm really happy we got this one. And the next thing I got is it's also a little bit nostalgia. It's from episode 1, these yo-yos, Star Destroyers, Battle Droids yo-yos. So it's just this is so cool, because I remember as a kid when the Phantom Menace came out, also had the blue one, that they had this for a very good price. I was I'm taking both. So I'm really happy I got these two yo-yos. Really, it's so nostalgic for me. There was so many great moments in Star Wars Celebration. Now the one in London that will be next year, the 4-day tickets are sold out. Only single-day tickets are there. To be honest, I'm not sure if I will go this year, because if I can't go the 4 days, maybe if I go the 3 days, but it's it will be a lot. It will be quite expensive, because I was so surprised to see the tickets sell so quickly, this early. Because we just came back from Celebration. They're already on sales. Let people save up a little bit. A lot of people just spend money every day. So I don't know. Maybe I will be next year at Celebration. had a great time this year at Celebration, and it was really fun in Anaheim. Now I wanted to go to Galaxy's Edge, but they jacked up the prices so high that it was like, no, I'm not gonna pay that. I mean, seriously, they wanted $200 just to go to Galaxy's Edge, and you have to pay for the regular park plus extra for the Disney park for Galaxy's Edge. And I feel like, why can you not just go to the one park? No, you have to pay for both parks. So it's like, no, I'm gonna go next time, or the next time I'm there, because I'm not willing to pay for this, you know. It's like, and then I looked at regular prices. Now it's like $70. So it's like they jacked up the prices, especially because they knew that Star Wars Celebration was there, which I actually didn't like that they did that they gassed up the prices so high. If you know, people came from all over the world to be at this event and knew that it was the only chance they would maybe go to Galaxy's Edge. But anyway, maybe next time. But Star Wars Celebration this year was a lot of fun. It was great seeing Lawrence, great seeing Daniel, Izzy, and it's just like so much fun. And maybe I'll go to the one in London, maybe not. But anyway, I just want to share my story with this one. My experience with this year Star Wars Celebration, and I hope to be in the next one and many more to come. So thanks everybody for watching. May the force be with you always.